Here with Industrial Solutions and Innovation, and I'm real excited to present to you today the newest in our line of Redi2Weld or R2W systems for automated welding. Today we're going to show you something that I think is unique in the industry, and that is a system that gives you both TIG and MIG on the same automated welding platform. So we have a system here that's built for our showroom, so it is very compact. In the real world we would expect to see this with possibly parallel headstocks, a column and boom that can articulate 180 degrees so that while you're welding on one line, the parallel line can be set up, the tacks can be being prepared, the previous unit can be offloaded, and then the operator would simply rotate that column and boom 180 degrees so that we can keep that arc time at a really high level of efficiency. Today we're going to be doing a 6-inch Schedule 40 carbon steel weld, and what we're going to be running is a 37.5 degree V-bevel that's jammed up tight against the other V-bevel. So it's a closed butt joint. We're going to be videotaping the ID so you can watch that in the lower section of your monitor there. You see the root dropping in. We're going to be running a hot wire TIG root and hot, and then we're going to swap this torch out and go to a MIG weld. So I'm actually going to run this over here from the HMI because we have a camera and we have a remote pendant that allows us to get away from the arc, and I'm going to be able to do this weld without having a hood on, which is a really nice feature from a fatigue perspective. So we have the EWM Tetrix 352 that's running the hot wire, and we're going to be running a Phoenix EWM Phoenix 552. It's a 500 amp MIG power source. Obviously, if you want to go TIG all the way out or MIG all the way out, this system would give you that functionality. So we'll go over here and get set up, and we're ready to weld. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the operator screen, and I'm going to hit New Joint. New Joint just tells the system, hey, we're going to be welding a new piece of material here. I have already aligned my tungsten, and you can see here you can steer it right or left. I have aligned my tungsten to the joint. I'm going to set this in record mode so that we can record this weld if we want to. So I'm going to go ahead and get that set. I believe we're recording now. So I'm going to strike the arc, and we're ready to weld. So we have a high frequency start. Going to establish that puddle. You can see them at the edge of that tack, and then that wire is going to come in automatically. What I'm looking for is I want a nice V shape to that weld puddle. You can see on the trailing edge of that weld puddle we have a nice V shape there. That's letting me know that root is dropping in there the way we want it. That popping noise is my hot wire TIG doing exactly what we wanted to do. We wanted to break that short circuit. We're seeing that wire drop off from that puddle. Doing exactly what we have in mind. This is going to take us about, we're running at about 5 inches a minute. It's a 6-inch pipe. That's going to put us at about 4 inches for that root pass. We're going to automatically go into that hot fill which is the next pass. We don't have to break the arc. On the screen here, I have all the things that I need to know. I have the percentage done. I have the inches per minute. I have the heat input. We are running right now on our primary amps. We're running 213. Our arc voltage is about 10 volts on that arc gap, and our hot wire current is about 100 amps. So I'm going to grab my hook. We can go around and take a look at that root. We're getting that in there the way we want it. It looks really nice. It's nice and consistent. It's not overly penetrated. We're getting a nice root bead profile.
And if I wanted to steer from here, easily I can.
I can manage that weld right from here. So I don't have to be in the middle of this. I don't have to be over the arc. I can be over there watching from the monitor, or I can drive it from right there. So as we come into that tie-in, you're going to see this automatically go into a fill hot pass with oscillation. So we're going to have a nice transition there. We have an overlap feature built into the weld, and it will start automatically oscillating. We go into that fill pass automatically. Nice clean transition. As you can see, we're pretty much filling that up with this hot pass. So if we were doing a TIG root to cap, we actually can get a hot wire TIG weld in on 6-inch schedule 40. That's simply a 2-pass weld. You can imagine the fatigue factor we're removing from this process by being able to put your operator in control and let them stay here and not have to stand over that arc all day. The system knows where we are in the process. It says we're about 63% done with this weld. Again, it's a 2-pass weld, so that tells us that we're well into that second pass. adjust the width of my oscillation. The steering obviously is not a problem, but I can address my wire, my arc depth, all of those things right from here. Something else that's a great feature we added to this system is this is a game controller, or one very similar to a game controller. It's set up on a platform like a PlayStation. We actually have that as an option for a wireless remote. So if you get someone who's a little bit younger than me, but is comfortable with that environment, that makes this very easy for them to adapt. We're about 85% done. That means we're going to be coming up on that tie-in here pretty soon. Coming up on that tie-in, we're going to go to a downslope sequence. And then we're going to swap over to that MIG torch. We can show you the ability to easily change from TIG to MIG or vice versa. Now we have that weld done. I'm going to rotate that around so you can get a look at how consistent that is. And we're really at flush there, so we could call this done if we wanted to, but obviously we want to show you our functionality on the MIG side. Let me go ahead and elevate that torch, and we're going to swap out to a MIG system. So it's very easy to do this. All I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the MIG torch off of the holder, and it's held on with a magnet. I pull that one off, and I simply install the MIG torch in its place. Snaps into place. I'm going to adjust this camera. Okay, so now we have adjusted our camera. We've set the TIG and the MIG torch into position. I'm going to rotate that around so you can see the consistency of this. And I'm also going to back this column up a little bit to get that more on top. I'm going to drive this weld from over here at the HMI. So I'm going to go into my program table, and I'm going to choose the weld that I want, which is number 2. So I select program number 2, and I go to program. And I'm going to tell the system that we are running pass 1, and we're going to end at pass 1, because this is going to be a 1-pass weld for a cap. You can see that we automatically switch to our MIG process here. I'm going to check my gas to make sure it's ready to go. I'm going going to look at operation. I'm going to go to new joint, just so the system knows I've got a new joint in there. Go back into my program, and we are ready to weld. Adjust something here, I can easily do it. I can adjust my current. There's our downslope. This lets you see the consistency we can offer you. And again, I've driven this right from here. So I'm steering, I'm adjusting my arc gap as I might see that I need to, or my current. We have a nice consistent weld. What we've provided for you in this system gives us the ability to leverage a welder that may not have as much skill as some of your golden arm welders, and allows them to put together welds at a high rate of efficiency, high rate of quality, and it allows them to then be more profitable and more effective for your organization. And thank you for taking the time to look at this today, to watch this video. Hopefully you see that we have several solutions in our Redi2Weld lineup that can help you, whatever your application is in your pipe welding needs. We try not to fit the client into our solutions. We try to fit the solution around the client, because at ISI, Industrial Solutions, solutions is our middle name.